I'm Evil Taz and welcome back to my playthrough of Starfield. If you like the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Alright guys, we are back, and as you can see, I remembered we've got contraband. First time ever. I'm heading that way to sell it. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Being safe out there. Gotta carry on with this mission once I've sold my contraband.
We're docked.
There's one thing I really don't like about this game is the vendors' limited money that they have. The amount of credits. It's like you literally just have to sell some stuff and then sit down and just wait. I just don't get it. Like, why? I wish they just had a bigger stash of credits. And then I could pickpocket them and steal it. Anyway, still trying to sell stuff and make profits. And we're off. Sold some stuff. Had to reset the vendor like 3 or 4 times. And that is the most annoying part of the game. For me, anyway. It's like, why do I have to wait? I would go a bit faster. I'm sure there's a mod that skips the wait time.
Set of stars.
At one point, grab. Slow it down. We go so fast with the engines fully maxed.
Nice clean dock there.
Yeah, better than before. When I first started off, I was like trying to manually dock. Pretty bad.
Running this facility is a challenge, even when there isn't an outbreak of some sort.
You heard of the Elios retreat? Supposed to be some new age healing center for reforming criminals or whatever. Going up in Ixel 2. I'm not holding my breath.
Alright, he gave us a side mission.
This area's off limits. Authorized personnel only. Obviously. If you need help, go ask. Great. You again. Authorized person.
Alright, at least I can still come back.
If you need help.
Wanted to, actually wanted to look and see what was on this desk before I talked to him. Find a way inside. Guy's our buddy, right?
You'd be surprised how many times I have to argue that we prioritize tech updates. Well, maybe you would. Something else I can help you with? I'm afraid I got nothing for you there. All I know is whoever we contracted it out to has it guarded at all times. Hey, he's just doing his job. And don't be too hard on him. Well, just between you and me, I know he's posted here because he got demoted for an Aurora addiction. He just struggles sometimes. He only lightens up when Dr. Oshina's around. I think he has a bit of a crush. It's kind of cute if you ask me. Any other questions? I know there's a doctor and some nurses, along with a handful of volunteers. My best guess is they're running some sort of clinical trials, but it's been a long time running. I haven't seen anyone leave Or they may just be releasing them when I'm not here. My pleasure. Let me know if you need anything else.
You had a chance to talk to Dr. Cassidy. Really fun guy. Try humor, though.
Hey, we've got some info.
It's non-existent.
Feel like I should save.
Nice suit.
Part of a confidential.
I don't see you offering anything. Or does that mean you'll leave me alone now? Sounds like a deal to me.
We don't have any Aurora
You
to
really need
offer.
something? Talk to reception. I don't have time for this.
Like, we would have to steal Aurora from somewhere.
Evening, man.
What's up? Hey, this is a prison? Yeah, there's the police dude. Yeah, we're gonna try and persuade this guy.
Private sector. That... Are you serious? I didn't think he'd take me up on the offer. Okay, I'll be right back. And don't try anything while I'm gone.
No way, buddy. Save while we're here. I'm not gonna crouch because I don't think I need to.
You can't be okay with this, though, right? You took an oath, and I'd say this is a firm violation.
Look, we got that shit now. Although who knows what Faye expects me to do with it. But maybe approvals really are on the way. Now please, get back to Kai. Make sure his vitals are stable. I don't want to lose him. We'll figure this out. I promise.
Fine, but if we lose Kai, that's it. I'm going to SSNN. I don't give a shit about my career anymore.
You and me both.
Feel sick.
I'm not ruining my career over this. Excuse me, but this is a restricted area. You need to leave.
Both of these are pretty good.
Checking up on us? I feel like we should be the ones checking up on you. What do you want? Of course you do, because daily reports simply aren't good enough. The third group, like the others, failed to take the internal neuroamp, all resulting in death, with the exception of one, currently comatose. Sean and I are hopeful we'll be able to revive the subject, but until we receive proof of human trial authorization, any fourth group will be refused.
Understood. With results like those, I would hold testing as well.
Well, you'd be the first from Infinity to think so. It's a relief to know they have at least one employee with some sense. Now, anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, I need that case over there.
Oh yes, refined rothicite? As if I have the proper tools here to create experimental metal alloys. Good. I specialize in neurosurgery, not chemistry. It's absurd you'd expect us to handle something like this in a medical lab. It's on the table. It's all yours. Anything else?
Nope, that's all.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, work to do.
Wonder if I can fast travel now. I thought neon would be cool, but I'm getting tired of it, to tell you the truth. Just, we're always there. I'll fast travel from this location, yep. Think we got any contraband, right? You don't want to mess it up.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
Yep, we'll take your saying there. No complaints from me. Oh my god, did I... The wrong button I did.
Operation complete. Thrusters free.
So I saw one of the popular streamers has completed his playthrough after 18 parts. Pretty insane for such a huge game. Missed out on so much. Maybe not everyone will watch every video that I post up on this, but I feel better for spending my time with it.
Board's all green. Successful.
Star Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. Alright, we're done. Have a good time in need.
Yeah, no contraband here. For once. Yeah, I can't believe it took 18 parts. About an hour each, I guess. Just focused on the main story, though. I don't know how you could do that. The side missions are really good. I don't know if I'm doing every side mission, but I do like the faction missions. They are fun. They have a lot of details behind them. But this is the last faction mission we've got.
Don't cause any trouble.
You look here, where is it? See, we've got one faction mission left and we've done all the others. We got like a house, we got lots of money. Super fun.
I hope we're keeping you busy.
If you have the rock,
Is that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one, Masako.
Hopefully all there, accounted for.
So I've heard. Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this prototype.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1?
Infinity hired thick mercenaries to obtain a shipment.
I knew something bad had happened. Were there any survivors? Good. I may not condone murder, but I refuse to have sympathy for indiscriminate killers like Ecliptic, especially after massacring innocents working for us. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there?
Found records at Ecliptic. Rerouted shipment to the clinic.
Dr. Lane. I believe Vina is familiar with his work, specializing in neurosurgery. Were you able to determine what he was doing at the clinic? So, it sounds like Lucas has reached a new level of desperation to ensure his future as CEO.
Infinity appears to be on an entirely different level of corruption. It cannot be allowed to continue.
I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rotha site secure, it's almost time for us to make our move. Head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. He has an update for you on the mole's identity. I've called a meeting, and I expect you to attend. It's time to put the final plan in motion.
What? They give us a promotion instead of us being a junior. 4,800, not that much.
We don't get a lot of visitors up here.
I think we're still within our weight limit. Yeah, 102 out of 195. Do we have any points? We don't. Just in case.
Good. You're right on time. I reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the mole.
So this clears Imogen of wrongdoing. Good.
Yes. You made the right call. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogen was the mole, and the situation was dealt with.
I can understand the need for deception, but it does come at quite a cost.
Good. Keeping Ularu in the dark is the key to taking her down. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program. So this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity. So before you go, I want you to bring that program to me. Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I have no doubt she'll be bold enough to hide something within whatever program she writes. Now, let's attend a meeting.
Take a seat in the conference room. You know where it is. We dropped in on it. Up there. Jeez. Now we're waiting on Dalton.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget. The mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives. I know you're not insinuating that this is my fault.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
Don't forget, Infinity hired mercenaries.
I can't imagine the mess their legal department has on their hands.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Masako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this.
We're not.
You always have a choice. You just have to decide which set of consequences you prefer to live with. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
Character looks like a serious thug.
This could be the most important.
I'm running out of frag grenades. Not that it's a big deal.
Are you sure you're okay? You left.
Okay, let's make sure we save here because I don't want to make a mistake.
Double check those measurements are right. Anesthesia. Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey.
Oh.
Oh, don't worry. That's not on the agenda. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple-checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured. You're gonna be fine. All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go.
Get down on the table, just like that.
All right.
I know.
Let's get this party started. well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing.
Hey, what did that do? We look the same.
Hey there. So, how are you feeling? You look good? That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation. Great. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science. He says.
Science.
That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
Warning. This unit is not suited for addressing.
And let's get a save going. And up here as well, we went through there. Press left button to open your scanner and target the person you want to manipulate. Press A to bring up social skill, like manipulation. Once a person has been manipulated, select the object, person you want them to interact with. All right. Diplomacy, instigation, intimidation, and manipulation are all social skills you can activate while your scanner is up. Hover your cursor over the target and press A to bring up social skills. Select which one you want to use. Then, with the D-pad, if you fail a social skill, your target will be immune to all future social skill attacks. I may have done that wrong. So A. Activate A. I think I messed it up. Let me reload that again. Alright, someone's throwing stuff down at me, but I don't know what's going on. Okay, we got it. So we need to... left button. Press A. A. Not. The controls were a bit weird, but so once he has this icon over his head, Manipulate him.
Just head up to that observation deck. I can't wait to see this tech in action. I'm always happy to chat about my work.
Didn't open. What's that on the desk? Alright, let me do a reload. Okay, so let's try this again. Take 3. Got him. Want to activate. Move to the key card. Okay, he's got the key card. Now how do we get him to... There we go.
As an observer, the effect is quite unnerving. It is hard not to immediately worry about the implications.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects?
Nope.
Yes! Good. Hear that, DeMarcus? That's 2 for 2 now.
I heard. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech. Maybe that's the beauty of it. You'd never know. Besides, the neural amp isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
Okay, well, we got manipulation. Rank 1 now, I guess. I don't really like the way it worked, but maybe just because I haven't used it much.
Good, you're here. Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries. And wish he shall, every day, while he rots away in prison. All right, Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you. Option A, you need to remain under the radar the entire time. Option B, you have a slight cover that may give you the opportunity to talk your way to your objectives.
We'll go with A. Or B.
Just hope those acting skills don't get you caught or killed. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse. So I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
Well, if we're just talking around it, not too much problem.
That's what we're counting on. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp. Exactly. And what the public doesn't know doesn't hurt them.
It is best to keep the public unaware of such a device.
If the media were to draw their own conclusions, I'm certain they'd just create a panic among people. Controlling the narrative is of the utmost importance.
Understood.
No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows, I'd suggest you leave your friend behind. Lower the risk. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail. My thoughts exactly. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible. And that's what we're hoping for. If you can pull this off, even I'll be impressed.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story.
Okay.
Good. I guarantee the moment he scratches the surface on that story, you'll have a broadcast sent to every system. So, any final questions before you go? Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up, Skylar Lumen.
Kind of nervous, not gonna lie. Why don't I have this stuff equipped? Love it. Okay, well, I don't want that equipped anyway because it's heavy. Don't want pack equipped neither. Actually, and we look pretty sick. Spoke to Dalton.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Don't wander into any restricted area.
You have the program. I'm certain Ularu won't pass up this opportunity. So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity LTD network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials. I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Ularu's guilt.
Then it is time we use it.
Yes. And had you not brought this program to me in the first place, you would have been the one planting the false evidence. Without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big surprise. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused alongside Lucas Drexler. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program. Let's get this assignment finished the right way.
Travel to New Atlantis. Take that poster.
Security here is so visible. I suppose it makes people more comfortable.
Yeah, we don't look very dodgy, do we? Look at us. Alright, so I'm not wearing this gear. And I actually sold the weapon that stuns them. Whatever.
Anyway.
We are gonna go ham on this. I'm just gonna sell. Just give me a second, here, guys. So I sold, and I'm just running to the mass transit here. We're not gonna go in through the rooftops. We're gonna go in. Have a actual proper save. All right, let's get into it. Through the front door.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters. Hello. Did you have an appointment with us today?
Like staggeringly huge. They need people like you.
Ah, yes. From Lumen Interactive. The elevator here will take you to the marketing floor. Once you arrive, you'll want to talk to Ellis Ortiz. He's the receptionist there and will be happy to help you.
Yeah, because don't mind how we're dressed or anything, you know.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's marketing department. That's the notify me that you were on your way. Make yourself comfortable.
You don't look suspicious or anything, right?
I'll go notify Miss Hart that you're here. Feel free to use any of the facilities on the floor while you wait. The break room and bathrooms are just around the corner.
Hey, there's so much stuff. Okay, we're not in the right place. And I feel like
Meet your death.
yeah, I didn't think that was the right thing to do, but we already got spotted, so I didn't. All right, we're gonna try this again.
You have a nice day now.
This can be so random at times. It's like I'm stuck. Yeah, it's like sometimes there's a god there, sometimes there's a god somewhere else, and do a quick save here. Okay, that guard's right there. You go open that. Thank you. Okay, that's done. Save. Made too much noise. I should have jumped on top of that thing. Alright. Okay.
I'll get the alarm.
Damn, I'm jumping on the wrong thing. Alright. Alright, so every time I go over to the left there, they still hear me. So I'm gonna try going the way I came. So far, so good. Okay, no alarms. We're good. Knows none the wiser. Okay. This video is going to be in so many parts because it's so difficult to do this stealth without investing in stealth. Don't want to know how many times I've attempted this. Hopefully there's no enemies. Okay. A quick save. hate how there's a red marker on my screen. I don't know what it represents. Alright, so far so good. I mess it up. Although if I do, save right there. I think I'm doing so good so far. For someone that has 1 point in stealth. I know I keep saying that, but this is a stealth mission and we are not really spec'd into it. Manipulate her. Open your computer. Again, done this many times. And I got an idea now. Okay. Alright, we got our save right there. Sorry, Duck. I want to see if I can make it out of here without her getting aggro. Yeah, I can. You're gonna keep plugging forward here. Alright, I've done this a few times. Let's see if we can get through it. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. So far, so good. So much, I'll do a quick save. Need to get him. Open that door. Damn, was close. There's the loot box. Alright, we're gonna try this. Going on this side because when I go on that side, they see me. Oh, you didn't hear anything.
Getting jumpy. Too much coffee.
Okay, this is an alarm. Single. Furthest I gotten so far on this. Get it, we're running for it. I'll just walk out the door.
How can I assist? I will watch your back.
The United Colonies was forced to close another crime ring investigation.
Wow, that took me some serious time, I'm not gonna lie. Try to get through it as much as possible. If I had one of those disruptors, probably would have been a lot easier because I could have shot a few of the guards to slow them down. Jeez. I'm gonna do a quick save because I'm happy with the outcome.
I am glad there is still a reliable source of news in the settled systems, though it often travels significantly slower.
I'll be the judge of that. What's this so-called story about? All right. I'll take a look. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence. I figured as much. Maybe your friend here would care to comment?
The friend has no comment.
I see. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source?
You know the drill here.
Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
The amount of time I spent on that, geez. I try to get through it as much as possible in stealth. Just cause.
You have that look in your eye. What's the scoop?
This news is titanic.
the ripples from Sistef essentially being taken out of the picture, I think we're just starting to see them. So, I'm guessing you weren't with the good guys? Some policies you need to know. SSNN protects its sources, and for me, I never, and I mean never, reveal a source. So anything you say to me won't get back to you, assuming you're good with that. What was your involvement? I can work with that. So, the Vigilance went to the key, and one hell of a space battle ensued. And somehow at the end of that, the Vigilance was commandeered, and Sistef has been dealt a massive blow. Maybe fatal. Any comment?
Time and time again, Sistef underestimated the Crimson Fleet, and they suffered for it.
Oh, that explains it. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out why Sistef did such a harebrained thing. I have to ask, why? Reading between the lines here, you helped the Crimson Fleet enormously. Piracy is going to get worse. So much worse. Again, why?
You're making an assumption. We didn't say anything.
You got it. I'll talk with publishing, but expect to see this soon. This is just me speaking as a human being here. But I hope you don't come to regret too much what you did.
I kinda am now, because everyone's on my case about it. She was. Like, geez. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this video helps someone out. Quite a few saves and backtracking and reloading and such, but hopefully you get a good version of this map in that building, because that was rough. Anyway, I will catch you in the next one.